Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. This is another segment of our discussion on intrusive thoughts, OCD thoughts, transient thoughts, and HOCD thoughts. I don't know which number it is, but I think it's the fourth one. I guess I'm not sure. So in this segment, we want to talk about why is it that so easily we are susceptible to be bamboozled by thoughts. We've explained as much as we could explain without making it too long and boring, as I have other videos on this channel that you can explore on what is thinking, where does thought come from, what about consciousness, describes and talks about desire, steps for desire to be formed and how to stop it, the role of fear in our psyche, and ego, and so on and so forth. But in this particular, I don't want to go deep in there because they have their own videos. I want to talk about why is it that so easily we are duped into considering that a thought that pops up in our head could have a possibility or could be real, or we should focus on it rather than quickly just say, oh, it's a thought. First of all, because most of us don't know what a thought is, how it's put together, or what kind of thoughts can be created, and we think that thoughts are us and we have direct relationship with the thoughts, rather than thoughts are not us and we are not thoughts. They're totally separate. And that thoughts, in fact, are the roots of all conflicts, as we discussed before in the other segments. But to be a little bit more, delving a little deeper in this, we got to go and understand the kind of society that we live in. And since childhood, especially on this day and age, we have been bombarded with all kinds of ideas to be discussed and introduced, and so more and more of information has been put out, which creates a sea of information that to many certain information is irrelevant, to many other certain of information would be irrelevant, but they're all being bombarded with them. And then in order to bring that equal environment and everybody would fairly be treated, the policy have been gravitating toward bringing the idea that everything is acceptable to everybody. So in other words, subliminally we have been bombarded with the idea that everything is okay for everybody, rather than some things are okay for some people, some things are okay for some people, but not everything is okay for everybody in their own mind. But we have been conditioned to think that everything is okay, even in my own mind. I should say it, yeah, I should agree with everything. I should not have an opinion, personal opinion about the speciality and exclusivity that I am, the way I am. I should just think everything is the same and everything can be everything. Pretty much. If you look at it, it's just the way that the society has moved forward, that everybody should be okay with everything, and there would be no special standards anymore needed, which is why many people who gravitate toward religion to have that structure, so they won't be easily shaken because they create a certain belief in themselves. Now, we don't want to say that religions are good or bad, but we want to say that the reason that people will lose their stability is because now they don't have a certain core principles to have them guide themselves and be the custodian of their way of life, and they've been bombarded to accept that everything could be true, in a way. To the point that when a thought pops up, so it could be true. Because we don't go research and find out the relationship between thoughts and consciousness and thoughts and us and thought, what kind of thoughts are there. We just simply go with the premises that we've been conditioned to think that everything can be true. That's one of the problems that we're facing with. So we need to rely on our core principles, have a certain principles and pathway and direction in life, and protect that till death do us part, so we can at least combat easily from the intrusions and the confusions that thoughts and other entities in life can actually throw at us. So we would be centered and know about ourselves at least, and know that many things is possible, but irrelevant to me. Just because it's possible out there, that doesn't mean I should consider it as a possibility for me, because I know who I am, and I know where I come from, and I know where I'm going. So, on that note, let's stop here, because the battery is going off, and I'll talk to you soon on next segment. Bye for now.